Hey guys, it has been a while since my last video, and initially I was planning to do 2 videos before start of the race. One build guide video about this fast freeze pulse, and another talking about what build I'm gonna do in the race, and some other minor stuff. But after taking a short break from PoE, I realized how burnt out I am, so I did not finish this freeze pulse build. So instead I'm just gonna combine 2 videos in one. And in this video I'm gonna talk about this fast Freeze Pulse Trickster build, explosive elementalist ignite build for racing, which is probably a bad idea, and at very end some more random stuff. And I'm gonna keep this very simple because this is not a finished build guide. So for this Freeze Pulse build I wanted as much cast speed as possible, and Trickster Ascendancy class has the most cast speed from all other classes, and don't even mention Necromancer. So the goal for this build was not to have the most efficient or highest damage possible, but a lot of cast speed. At the moment with all buffs I do have a bit over 8 gas per second. Well, actually 16 because of spell echo. And at the end I should have nearly 20 gas per second. Maybe even more with better gears. And this build is so fun to play, I'm actually considering to play it in Mayhem race. However, this build is only good for map clearing and not really good against, well, tougher opponents. For example, Kitava fight was horrible. I died multiple times. So I can assume that this build would have problems against map bosses as well. Not just map bosses, but maybe even breaches and all the other mayhem that is going to happen. Anyway, my items. I am using 2 Apex Rage ones. They give a ton of cast speed, and before you say, Pledge of Hands give less cast speed than 2 Apex Rage ones. But Pledge of Hands is actually probably better. That is, of course, if you are not going for maximum cast speed. Since this is also mind over matter, I do need a lot of mana, and Pledge of Hands would help with that. So maybe for racing I could use Pledge of Hands. But I'm not sure how viable that option is because it may be a bit expensive. I am also using Cloak of Defiance, which is probably not really needed if you are going with Pledge of Hands. But for this specific build, because I'm using a lot of mana because of 2 Apex Rage ones, I do need as much mana as possible and some sort of mana regen or mana leech, but I don't have any mana leech. So Cloak of Defiance gives me a lot of mana and mana regen. All my other gears are pretty meh. Also, this is semi-crit. I only have about 27% chance to crit without any buffs. But it goes up over 50% once you get power charges and once you use Diamond Flask. Now for the links. Of course Freeze Pulse must be quality 20 because it gives a lot of projectile speed and you need that. It is linked with faster casting, of course with 20 quality, Spell Echo, Arcane Surge, haha, and Cold Penetration. Now I know what you're gonna say about Arcane Surge, but I really like using it in my main skill. You can use Arcane Surge with something like Curse and increased duration and increased AoE, but you would have to keep recasting it. And for general clearing, I don't need that. I don't need to stop and cast Curse. Only for bosses. Next I have casting damage taken with Immortal Call setup, Herald of Ice with quality of course, Frostbite Curse, Lightning Warp with less duration, and Frostbomb, and Clarity, and Wall Lightning Trap. Passive skill tree of course Trickster, this is level 69. Fast epics with Killer, then Weave the Arcane, and Walk the Ether. From the passive skill tree I try to take as much cast speed as possible with some crit chance, of course life mana, and cold damage. Oh, and some projectile speed. If you want to be more efficient you should take less cast speed and more spell damage or cold damage or elemental damage. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm not gonna explain other things about this build, since this is not a finished build guide. So let's move to the next topic. Now for racing, I should probably explain that I'm not trying to compete, because I'm really burned out. I will however play more in Mayhem. So I just want to stream and try hardcore. And also want to do something with explosive arrow, so I'm going with a bit of a hipster build. I will not have a very good damage, I will not have a very good survivability, and most likely I'm gonna rip, hopefully after level 35, so I don't need to remake it. So I decided to go with elementalist, explosive arrow with ignites. And I was thinking about going berserker, but in the end I decided to go with elementalist. The problem with elementalist is that I will not have any leech, so for the most part I'll have to rely on flask. And as you can also see, my ignite damage is only 48k. That is on a 5 link and only with 2 items equipped. Another problem for this build will be attack speed, because elementalist has no attack speed, so I will have to get fast bow and socket jewels with attack speed. and it would be great to get at least +2 power, because explosive auto scales well with gem level. I will have elemental proliferation, and I will be blood magic, so I will not need to worry about my mana. I should have over 80% chance to ignite, but of course if I reach higher level, lol. And as you can see from my passive skill tree, I had to travel around the passive skill tree to get blood magic. Oh, and for leveling most likely I'm gonna be using some fire spell. Maybe Magma Orb or Firestorm or Incinerate or whatever. Oh, and as for streaming, I will not start stream as soon as the race starts, because it will be about 10 PM my time zone, so that is a bit too late for me. But I will try to stream as much as possible on Saturday and Sunday. By the way, I did face reveal on my Twitter, and I will start using webcam. And depending how the race goes and rip after 35, I may just take a break until the next race, which is Mayhem, which is a lot more fun. And I always kind of feel bad when I take longer breaks because, well, this is my job right now. But then again, I will not be taking any breaks during Christmas and New Year's, so maybe it is a good idea to take a break now, and then once the next league starts, I can just stream a lot and do more videos. Besides, with all the new games that are coming out and already came out, it is a bit distracting. I'm not really interested in PoE right now. I did spend a couple days playing Mu Legend. At first I was a bit disappointed, but later on, once I reached max level, I realized that they actually did quite few changes. Sadly, the skill system in Mu Legend is not enough complex for me to enjoy it for very long. It does have interesting things with passives and skill combinations, but well, it's just not enough. I did make some Mu Legend content last year during closed beta, and I could do some more, but I'm not sure if you would like to see that. I know many people are kind of bored of PoE right now and are waiting for next expansion or just playing some other games, so I don't know. I think that's about all. Oh, regarding the stream time, while I'm racing I will try to stream a bit more than usually. And I would like to start the stream at 10 AM London time zone, and I will try to stream for like 6 hours. So yeah, catch me on Twitch. Thank you for watching and see you soon.